guys, so today we are looking at my sister's Galaxy Inspired Watercolor Palette. So this is a palette I collected, I started at Christmas last year and her birthday is at the end of May. So I collected all these different watercolors and handmade watercolors for pretty much 5 months to put this palette together for her. And as I would collect it and they'd come, I would keep them in this plate in my cupboard. So it was almost like its own little party. And then here you can see that this is kind of where I got up to at one stage. And then I was also filling it up with some colours we already had. So some Daniel Smiths I already had and a few others. So I will try and keep up with everything here. The first colour we're going to swatch is a Daniel Smith one, and this is Amethyst. So this is one I already had, and it's an absolutely beautiful colour. And it's from the actual amethyst stone, so it always amazes me that we can paint with those. So the next one is just Daniel Smith Ultramarine Violet. It's just another lovely one. And then we have the start of the handmade colour. So this one is a holographic one from Nibs Watercolors. So I will link her below. She is on Instagram and this one is called Germaine. So it's this beautiful holographic deep purple. And then this one is from another shop, TcwPaints. So she's also on Instagram. She has amazing little videos of her colours and mixing them. And that was Grape Escape, and now we are back to Nibs watercolours, and this one is Bali. So I really love the Nibs watercolours paints. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I love them and that I talk about them all the time. As far as if you're looking for American watercolours, so the shipping's cheaper, TcwPaints have a beautiful paint. It's just that sometimes it's harder to get hold of them. She does updates and they do disappear, and I'm just not great with keeping track of that. So the one after that was Lilac. I will have to link that shop, I can't remember it. This one here now I'm doing is the Pale Wisteria from Turner Artist Watercolors, and this one is the Iridescent Lilac from Daniel Smith. So this is a really pretty one as well, and you can mix this with so many things to just give your colours that shimmer. Again, if I miss something, I will link it below in the order that I'm swatching it here as well. So, okay, so this next one is the Daniel Smith Interference Blue. So, sorry, both these ones are interference, not iridescent. So you've got the interference lilac and then the interference blue. And then this one here is from Nibs as well, and this is the Asterin one. So I wanted to get this one because Asterin means star. And then this is another favourite. This is Nibs Watercolor Bluebell. This is a gorgeous colour. So in real life, the first time I saw it was she sent it to me as a sample, a dot sample, and yeah, I've bought it like 3 or 4 times and it keeps being plucked up for palettes. So this next one is the Daniel Smith Indigo. I really love this one, and this was also one that I already had, so it was nice to have some to just round out the palette as well. This one's Daniel Smith Permanent Rose Madder, and then we have, this is one of my favourites, this is the Nibs Watercolors Azalea, and I have a whole video just dedicated for that as a colour spotlight. This next one is the Turner Artist Watercolor Pearl Red, but even though it's a red, it's a soft pink, and this is an affordable option. These I feel like are pretty similar to the Daniel Smith interference ones. You know, they have an interference lilac and an interference blue. It's a bit cheaper on Jerry's Artarama if you want to try there. And then we had the Holbein Brilliant Pink, and now I'm doing the Holbein Shell Pink, my favourite. And this one is the Holbein Jaune Brilliant number 2. And this one here is a really vibrant neon. It's the Nibs Watercolors Moonbeam. And then I got the lemon yellow in here. So this is the Schmincke lemon yellow. It's my favourite. This one here is the Daniel Smith Interference Copper. This was actually one my sister bought, and I used some of hers and I really love it. This one is the Nibs watercolor Barbie, so I wanted her to have a gold in her palette. And then the next one is the Turner Artist Watercolor Grey Gold, which is also in my palette, and I really enjoy this one. It's a muted gold. It's basically a gold mixed with black, so it's got a little bit of shading in it. It's quite nice. It's a very subtle and unexpected sort of a colour. This next one is from the Art Spirits, and this is called Frost. So I think it was called Frost. It's a really pretty pearl white. So her colours are also really beautiful. She is from the UK, and I think just sometimes they're not in stock and things like that, but they're really nice paints as well. And then this one here is the Nibs watercolor Saol. I actually really want one of these for my palette. So this is a really gorgeous colour. Her favourite is mint green, so I really wanted to get this for her. This next one is from TcwPaints as well. It is copper, and it's a beautiful one as well. This one is Pink Pipestone from Rivervale, so it is a beautiful colour. I love Rivervale paint. This next one is Mummy Bauxite from Daniel Smith. I think I ordered Roasted French Ochre and they sent me the wrong thing off Amazon, but I think for her palette she'll like it. This one is Winsor & Newton Potter's Pink. And then we have Daniel Smith Verona Gold Ochre. So this is a lighter ochre than what I have in my palette, but I think she'll really like it. And so then we have the Nibs Watercolors Hecate. So again, it was a Galaxy Inspired Holographic Black. And then I did skip the glitter one, but she said I could come back and swatch that. So I might swatch that for you in another video. It's called Twinkle from the Art Spirits. And then we had Sylvia Holographic Silver from Nibs Watercolors. And now I'm doing Beige Champagne from TcwPaints. This next one here is Ruthenium from TcwPaints, another gorgeous one. And then we have Daniel Smith Fuchsite, and then we have Daniel Smith Spring Green to round it all off. So if I missed anything, you can ask me below, but I will try and link all of these shops and just put the colours down there in the order that I swatched them in. And like I said, there is a glitter colour in there which is really beautiful. I didn't want to swatch it because I wanted her to just see if she just wanted to keep it, you know, pristine or not. But she was happy for me too. She said she swatched it and she really liked it. So I'm a bit too tired to do that this morning, but I will put that in a video next week maybe. And I actually think the Art Spirits has a YouTube channel. I think I've watched her Prismacolor colour swatches for some colour reference ideas before. So we will be doing a Galaxy inspired painting from this palette. I'm not using her palette, but you know, this was a gift for her, and then it's inspired by Galaxy, so I want to do a sort of a painting that complements this, or you know, goes with it. And so that will be up whenever I can get that organized. I think that next week I might do quite a few. I'm hoping you can see the colours, you know, fairly accurately and well here, but I'm hoping next week to do some more videos that will probably just have music to them, so that I can get everything done that I need to before Christmas, and you know, also for the Advent calendar. I'll show you some snippets of her desk as well, and how these colours are inspired by her Copic marker collection, and also colours that represent her personality. And I think it's a little bit sort of like a kaleidoscope, you know, she's always got these different ideas and just amazing kind of ideas, you know, like you could see there my palette's a little bit more grounded, and hers has a little bit more sparkle and kind of unique and special colours, and very vibrant as well. And yeah, so anyway, let's see, I have 2 more videos that I want to finish off stars, And then we will start the 12. We're actually gonna, well, if I can get it organized, we're gonna do the 12 matryoshkas of Christmas. So it won't necessarily be a daily thing, because some of them, you know, will be really tiny at the end. So we can probably do a couple in a day. So I don't need to start it exactly on the 12 days of Christmas. And I do have to get some things organized around here for the 12 days of Christmas. But so we might start the 12 matryoshkas of Christmas maybe on Wednesday, something like that. So we will have other videos, you know, up until then. And I have so much enjoyed seeing you painting along. I think it's so lovely that we can kind of have these painting parties, even though things have been such a difficult year. You know, we've been able to get together and enjoy watercolors and spend some time, you know, doing this. It's so lovely. So I really appreciate all of your comments. Have been really wonderful, and you can see here as well, this is the kind of painting that I would like to try on the channel, and so that might be coming like for day 13. I've never really been one for space, but when I saw these, they were so beautiful, and so I love them. I want to paint them, so we'll see how that goes. And then something else that's coming in the new year, so along with the paints for her birthday, I made her this sketchbook, and so it's just from a piece of cotton Saunders Waterford paper, and then a few printables from the shop, a few other special handmade pieces of paper, and then it's just all bound together with a silk ribbon and some silver thread. And I had actually wanted to get this ready as one of the, you know, advent calendar videos, but if not, we will do it in the early new year, because I really, you know, would like to get this video out to you. It's a really nice way to be able to just take one piece of watercolor paper and create a beautiful, inexpensive, you know, sketchbook. And you can see I also added in a couple of my favorite aged ledger papers. So I use watercolors and gold ink, and I have a full tutorial about this over on Heirloom Luxe channel, so I will link that below as well. And so you can see here's her desk and her Copic markers that kind of inspired this. And I will just kind of show you a couple of her other palettes that she was using prior to this. So this is a White Nights palette. So she's had this for maybe 8 years or so. She was actually painting with watercolors well before I was. The funny thing is, I used to take her as a kid. She was maybe 12 or so. I would take her to the art shop, and she would pick her favorite piece of watercolor paper, and that was kind of a special thing. And then we would just use the Reeves watercolors, the inexpensive ones, but we still have a lot of her paintings, and they have lasted really well. So here is a look at her current desk situation. She's been making some jewelry and doing some beading and things like that. But I will leave you with a little snippet of one of her paintings that is actually in my Heirloom Luxe Etsy shop. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you as soon as I can get the Galaxy painting video painted and up. And then I have one more with stars, and then we will hopefully start the 12 matryoshkas of Christmas. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.